Don't be the guy she feels sorry for. Be the guy she dreams about. If you're tired of being a doormat and ready to flip the script, this is for you. Today, we're diving into the 5 things you should never do with a woman if you want to escape the friend zone and start living like a real man. I'm about to drop some truth bombs that'll set you on fire. Stick around if you're brave enough to hear what separates the winners from the losers. Let's get down to business. Number 1. Never apologize. Yeah, you heard me right. Never. Apologizing might seem like the polite thing to do, but in reality, it's a sign of weakness, and that's not what real men do. When you apologize too often, you're signaling that you're insecure. Women are attracted to strong, confident men, not guys who grovel and second-guess themselves. Stand firm in your beliefs and actions. If you've made a mistake, address it with assertiveness, not by begging for forgiveness. Instead of apologizing, show you're a man of integrity through your actions. Change your behavior and improve yourself. If you're constantly apologizing, you're not actually solving the problem. You're just masking it. Apologizing can shift the power dynamic, placing you below her. Maintain the upper hand, my brother. Now, I know this might sound controversial, and it's probably going to spark some debates, but that's the point. I'm giving you the unfiltered truth, not what's politically correct or socially acceptable. Here's your challenge. Next time you're in a situation where you'd usually apologize, take a step back and think about your position. Do you really need to apologize, or is there a better way to handle it? Number 2. Never buy her affection with material things. If you think splurging on gifts is going to make her fall for you, you're dead wrong. Look, no amount of fancy dinners or flashy gadgets will make her truly fall for you. Real attraction comes from who you are, not what you can buy. You'll only attract low-quality gold diggers. If you're constantly buying her things, she might start seeing you as a walking bank account rather than a potential partner. You want respect and genuine interest, not to be someone's ATM. Buying her affection is like entering a never-ending competition with other guys who are throwing money around. Be the man who stands out because of his character, not his credit card. Show strength, intelligence, and reliability. Be the man who's so intriguing that material things become irrelevant. Number 3. Never tolerate disrespect. First things first, respect isn't something you earn through compromise, it's a fundamental expectation. If someone disrespects you, it's not a sign of love, it's a sign they see you as weak. Demand respect from the get-go. Set clear boundaries and let her know that disrespect will not be tolerated. Boundaries are crucial, and they're not just for show. Establish what is and isn't acceptable early on. If she crosses those lines, you don't just talk about it, you act. A man who lets others walk all over him will always be seen as a pushover. Stand firm and enforce your limits. That means walking away or ending things if necessary. Your actions should align with your boundaries. Many men tolerate disrespect because they're scared of being alone or rejected. But guess what? You're better off being single than in a toxic relationship. Respect yourself enough to walk away from anyone who doesn't treat you right. It's not weakness, it's self-respect. The right woman will appreciate you for who you are, not for how much you tolerate her behavior. Let's stir the pot a bit. I want to hear from you. Have you ever tolerated disrespect? How did it play out? Share your stories and opinions in the comments to help your fellow brothers. Number 4. Never ignore red flags. Ignoring red flags is one of the dumbest mistakes you can make in a relationship. You think you're being understanding or giving her the benefit of the doubt? Think again. If you're letting red flags slide, you're setting yourself up for disaster. First off, red flags are not cute little quirks. They're warning signs. Ignoring them won't make them go away. If she's showing you signs of toxic behavior, jealousy, or manipulation, those aren't minor issues. Address them immediately or face the consequences later. Every time you overlook a red flag, you're paying a price. It's like ignoring a small leak in a boat. Eventually, it's going to sink. Recognize these issues early and deal with them head on. Your peace of mind and emotional stability are worth more than any temporary comfort. People rarely change, especially when it comes to deep-rooted issues. If you see troubling signs early in the relationship, don't fool yourself into thinking you can change her. Be honest with yourself about what you're dealing with and decide if it's worth the risk. Sometimes the biggest red flag is your own denial. If you're making excuses for her behavior, that's a massive red flag about your own judgment. Wake up and recognize your own role in allowing these issues to persist. Number 5. Never disregard communication. Silence isn't a solution, it's a poison. When you ignore issues or shut down communication, you're not solving problems, you're letting them fester. Address issues as they arise to prevent them from growing into bigger, more damaging problems. Silence breeds resentment, not resolution. Trust isn't built on empty promises or silent treatment. It's built through honest, open dialogue. Be clear about your feelings and expectations. If you want to be respected and understood, you need to communicate your needs and listen to hers. Trust grows in the light, not in the shadows of silence. If you see something that's bothering you, speak up immediately. Don't wait for things to get worse or hope she'll figure it out on her own. Clear, direct communication is key. Use I statements to express how you feel and be open to hearing her side. Many relationship issues are avoidable with proper communication. People love to blame compatibility or timing, but the truth is, most problems come from poor communication. Work on your communication skills and watch your relationship improve. Number 6. Never agree with everything she says. Agreeing with everything she says is a massive mistake. You think it makes you a nice guy or keeps the peace? Wrong. It's a fast track to losing respect and credibility. Listen up. Being a constant yes man isn't a virtue. It's weakness. If you're just nodding along to keep the peace, you're sacrificing your own opinions and desires. Real strength lies in having your own voice and being willing to stand by it, even if it means disagreement. When you always agree, you're not showing respect for your own views or hers. Be authentic and share your true thoughts. Believe it or not, disagreements can actually strengthen relationships. When you're able to discuss differing opinions respectfully, you're demonstrating that you value both your views and hers. Healthy conflict leads to deeper understanding and a more resilient relationship. Don't be afraid to express your opinions, even if they go against the grain. Number 7. Never lose your independence. Independence is about having your own goals, passions, and life outside the relationship. Maintain your hobbies, career ambitions, and friendships. Respect yourself enough to keep your own life thriving. Relationships should complement your life, not consume it. It's about balance, not sacrifice. If you're giving up everything to please her or make the relationship work, you're not just losing yourself. You're setting yourself up for resentment and burnout. Find ways to integrate your life with hers, not replace it. Personal growth doesn't stop when you enter a relationship. It accelerates. Continuing to grow as an individual makes you more attractive and valuable. Keep pushing yourself, whether it's through career advancement, fitness, or learning new skills. A man who's constantly growing is a man worth being with. Losing yourself for a relationship is one of the biggest relationship killers. When you sacrifice your independence, you often end up feeling trapped and unfulfilled. Be honest with yourself. If you're not happy with who you're becoming, that's a serious red flag. Number 8. Never compromise your principles. Your principles are the bedrock of who you are. They define your values, guide your decisions, and shape your character. Compromising your principles to please someone often leads to resentment. You might think you're making sacrifices for the relationship, but in reality, you're setting yourself up for internal conflict and dissatisfaction. People are drawn to individuals who have strong convictions and aren't afraid to stand up for what they believe in. Compromising your principles is a form of weakness. It shows that you lack confidence in your own beliefs and values. Real strength is in standing firm, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Make your principles non-negotiable and see how it transforms your self-esteem in relationships. If you're constantly shifting your values to match someone else's expectations, you risk losing your sense of self. It's a slippery slope that can lead to a loss of identity and purpose. Stand your ground and be clear about what you're willing to accept. A genuine connection will respect and appreciate you for who you truly are. Bro, that's the lowdown on what not to do with women if you want to be the man everyone respects. Remember, you're not just learning these lessons, you're stepping up to a new level of dominance and respect. If you're done being the guy who's always left in the dust, smash that subscribe button and join our brotherhood. We're building a squad of men who don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk. This is more than a channel, it's a movement. Let's keep the momentum going.